What's going on, YouTube? OCD for EDC here. What I got for your face balls today, we're going to get up in this package right here. We've got some stuff to talk about, and I'm going to show you how to make some repairs on some things. So this package was sent in by a customer that purchased some ball cage, Manix 2 ball cage kits off of our website. And these are both lightweight Manix 2s. And then he had some issues with them not fitting properly. We're going to get in here, we're going to talk about it, and we are going to repair said knives on camera so everybody can see how to do this. So we need to get a couple of drivers out here. Okay. So let's just start here. We're going to pull the pivot screw out of this guy. This is the GP exclusive Rex 45 Manix 2 lightweight. And I'm going to show you what's going on in here and why this Flytanium ball cage kit is having issues in the lightweights. So it will work fine in the lightweight, but there may or may not be a little bit of massaging that you have to do to make it work. Okay. The Flytanium ball cages are, the tolerances are just a little bit tight for the lightweights. Okay. So I got the blade out here. What we're going to do is I'm just going to dump the ball for right now just so I don't lose it. Here is the ball cage. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect and just see if there's, all right, so there's an area right there that has a little rub on it. And what's going on is that this plastic is not cut perfectly. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and deburr this plastic. Now, the way that, let's see, yeah. So this was rubbing on the bottom side, on this side of the scale, right here. Yep. And what I'm going to do is deburr the inside of this plastic. Now I'm going to use this fancy dancy little deburring tool. I'll throw a link up to this tool down in the description if you guys want to go check it out. What this is a deburring tool. So this pivots, if you guys are not familiar, the bits are replaceable. And I use this all the time for deburring parts that come off the mill. There is extra bit storage in the handle. This is a cheap deburring tool, but it works well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to run the perimeter of this hole. Just like that. And you can see that it takes off and makes these little coils of white plastic just like this, and deburrs that hole. Let's see where we're at here. Okay. I'm going to deburr this side. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ball cage in here without the blade. The other thing that could be a problem here is the round rod that sticks off the back of the ball cage might be too long, and bottom out before the ball actually disengages the blade. And this one is a little bit too long, so we're going to have to address that. Okay, so after deburring, everything seems to fit there. We're going to have to address the length of the rod, which I'll show you in just a moment. So what's going on here is the ball cage is not bottoming out when you pull it back all the way in the slot. And what's keeping that from happening is this rod on the back of the ball cage is hitting the back spacer here. Okay, so what we're going to do is take, about a millimeter off. It's kind of hard to see for you here, but the green portion is not bottoming out all the way back, and so we're going to address that. All right, I'm gonna go and cut this, and I'll be right back. All right, so I cut this little rod down here. Now this rod has got threads on this end. I am going to Loctite this into the ball cage so it doesn't come loose. We'll just use a little bit of blue Loctite here. I'm going to use some pliers. There we go. Now this ball cage will sit all the way down in, or be able to release all the way. I'm going to get some Slick-A-Mall, which you can pick up at OCD for EDC if you would like to. This stuff is, well, obviously I think it's the best lubricant out there for knives. It works extremely well. But I'm putting a little bit on here to keep the ball in its position. Put all that back in the knife, just like that. Now, I'm going to add a little Slick-A-Mall to the washers here. And put a little on the pivot barrel. We'll throw down a little more Slick-A-Mall right here. We'll start putting some hardware back in this old girl. Okay, so now we've got the hole wallered out here for the ball cage kit, and now this thing is working as it should. I think I got the pivot just a bit too tight. All right, let me get these other screws in here. And then we will pull apart the second one and do the exact same things so that we have two fully functional Manix 2 lightweights with OCD for EDC ball cage kit. Perfect. I still need to get the clip in here. I think he had this set up for right hand carry. Yes, he did, because the screw was on the clip side. Perfect. Now I need to wipe all the oil off this blade, and then I'm going to put just a little bit of Slick-A-Mall on the tang of the blade where the ball rides, just like that. Oh yeah, she's rock solid. Perfect. Okay, let me get the shrapnel cleaned up from the white knife. All right, let's dig into this one real quick and see if we have all the same issues. So ball cage is sticking back, same exact issue. Here on the green and red, you can see that, hopefully you can see that the ball cage is not bottomed out all the way. So we're going to have to shorten the rod again. And I'll show you on the, once I get this apart, where you need to really focus your effort on making the ball cage work. All right, let's get this thing opened up, just like so. Okay, there's our ball cage. There's our blade. And we've got oil in here. I'm just cleaning up the parts right now. Oh yeah, you can see some rubbing already happening. Now, the bottom side, so where the backspacer goes in here, that the ball rides on the backspacer. Well, it's shoving the ball cage down and putting too much friction on the bottom side of the ball cage cutout here. And so with the little deburring tool, what you want to do is come in here and, you know, make a round. Just make sure you've got no burrs in here. But then you want to just take the material off the bottom, because that's the important part here. Okay, just like that, we've removed a little bit of material off the bottom side of the ball cage cutout in the scale. And then let's set the blade over here for a moment. Do the same thing on this scale. Okay. Now we need to address, we're going to shorten this rod up a bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got this cut down and Loctited. We are good to go. Now I am going to reassemble, and we should hopefully be good to go. I'm going to throw a little slick-a-mall down in here just to hold that ball. That's the nice thing about actually having a grease instead of a super thin oil. You know, the grease still acts like grease in that manner where it has a little bit of surface tension, but it performs like a really thin oil. So, you know, it's the best mix. All right, now I'm going to throw one of my short screws. That was one of my short ones, right? Yeah, it was. Okay, the short screws go in either side of the backspacer. There we go. Now, we want to get some slick-a-mall down here on this washer. There we go. All right. All right, now let's get some slick-a-mall right here. Perfect. We will get this washer down right there. Okay. All right. What we have here are two fully functioning Manix 2 lightweights. Rex 45 on this guy here. Spy 27 on this guy here. With Flytanium ball cage kits from OCD for EDC. Go check them out. I'll throw links up in the description where you can pick up the ball cage kits. I'll also throw a link up in the description where you can pick up the deburring tool, because that's pretty necessary for doing this job and doing it well. You know, if you want to put a Flytanium ball cage kit into a Manix 2 lightweight, do they work? Absolutely. Does it need a little bit of massaging? Probably. On most knives, there's a few little tweaks you're going to have to do to make it function and work properly. Is it worth it? I believe so. So here are two Manix 2 lightweights, and then also here is another Manix 2 lightweight with some aftermarket scales, and I had the same sort of issues. I still had to work through the thing and get everything working as it should. So there you go, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video. If you got any questions or anything, you can type those down below in the comment section. But hopefully this will help you out if you're going to put a Manix 2 upgrade kit into a Manix 2 lightweight. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much. I'm out of here. Peace.